want you to get tired. If your parent could come here and find you standing in class, that would be rude. Sit down. So we're in the self-assessment. Are you there? Are you in the self-assessment? Activity 11, you're being told, journal your activities of 1 week of how you've exercised good stewardship. So we said when you're practicing good stewardship, what do? So that we don't leave it, I don't assume that all of you know the activities of being a good steward. What did we say you do? Yes? Yes, by taking good care of the environment. One clap for him. And I want you to be very specific. What do? You conserve the water by turning off taps, right? You conserve electricity by switching off what? Lights. You manage waste by recycling or reusing items. You teach children how to take care of the environment. You use your money wisely. That money that you've been given by your parents, you use it what? Wisely. Not you've been given 2,000, you use up in a week. You also plant trees. You clean the environment. Also, do you know if you have personal hygiene, is taking care of the creation? Personal hygiene. Have you showered today? Ask yourself whether you've showered today. Yes, it's okay. Yesterday it's in order. Yes, it's daily because today at night again you are going to do what? To shower. Also, you protect the school property. You share resources fairly. You adhere to the school rules. When you adhere to the school rules, that means you're protecting the environment. Why are we saying that? Because one of the rules tells you not to destroy the chair that you're sitting on. Right? It is telling you not to step on the trees that are being planted. So you're taking care of the environment when you're obeying the school rules. Also, when you are supporting church developments, you're continuing with God's creation. You're conserving the environment. When you're volunteering, yes, come in. When you're volunteering, when you're donating food and clothing to the less fortunate, you are doing so. Yes, you can after 1 week you share it. We won't do that. We go to the self-assessment there. What does it mean to be a steward of God's creation? Raise up your hand. What does it mean to be a steward of God's creation? This side. And then the one who has covered the head with a sweater. What does it mean to be a good steward? Yes? Yes, tell them.
Good stewardship refers to the act of being responsible to the tasks that are given.
Yes, one clap for him. I want you, when you hear about being a steward of God's creation, you think that you have the role of caretaker. You know a caretaker? Yeah. You are caretaker of God's creation. You have the responsibility to take care of God's creation. We go to number 2. Why is selflessness an essential quality for a good stewardship? Selflessness. Yes? That is, selflessness is whereby you benefit others. That is being selfless. You benefit others. You be selfless if today you did your duties in the morning very well. If you swept the class, or you swept, let's say, you are supposed to sweep, where are you supposed to sweep? Maybe you're supposed to clean the DH. Do you know that? If you are in the DH cleaners, you know you're not only benefiting yourself, right? You're selfless. So, being selflessness is a good, you do tasks that benefit others. The tasks that you are doing, you make sure they are not what? It's not a must, they directly benefit you, right? Can you go sit there? You are talking a lot loudly. Can you come, you sit? No, can you come, you sit down? You relax, so that the people who are there can read. Come relax here. During class time, that table will be here. Are you understanding? the whole of that table will be straight on up to here. Because I've given you the freedom, yet you're not listening. Yes, we continue. So I was talking about selflessness. If you were listening, what did I say selflessness is?
This is the responsible of taking a task.
Is you do a task on the benefit of others. You benefit others. So we go to 3. Give 2 examples of how you have exercised stewardship in each of the following places. At home. At home, how do you exercise stewardship? And I've talked about it. I've just talked about it. Yes? Yes, you help your parents in house chores. Yes? Yes, one clap for them, 1 clap for him, 1 clap for him. Yes, switching off, turning off lights when you leave a room. Yes, yes. Sorry? Planting trees, 1 clap for him. You also reduce waste by fixing what? Leaks. You also, at home, you take short showers. You don't stay in the shower saying, oh my God, this water is so hot, I've missed you from school, you're not doing that. You're wasting water. You take short showers. Then, how do you practice stewardship at school? At school, yes? Very good. Keeping the compound clean. 1 clap for him. Yes? Planting trees. Yes, you participate in the project of 1 clap for him. Yes? School. Yes, 1 clap for him. At church. At church. Yes?
At the church by offering.
Yes, giving offerings and tithe. 1 clap for him. Very good. Yes?
By engaging in talent, in singing and services.
Yes, 1 clap for him. So you volunteer to help clean the church. You donate clothes, food to those who are in need. What are some of the practical ways people can work together to conserve the environment? So, practical ways you can do. We skipped one. In your community, what can you do? In your community, what can you do to exercise stewardship is whereby you have local cleanups and you educate your neighbors on the importance of burning plastic waste. So that we can now go to number 4. What are some practical ways people can work together to conserve the environment? We see there's tree planting. You organize community events on tree planting. Recycling programs whereby you sort out trash, plastic, glass, paper. Then you also practice water conservation by making sure you protect local water sources like rivers, wells from pollution. And then you make awareness campaigns whereby you hold meetings and workshops. From there, I want us to read the Bible. Now we are starting the Exodus. Before the Exodus, there is what I want you to write. In your exercise book, you remember you talked about the key insights. What you practice in good insights at home. You see there? We wrote at home, at school, and at church, right? We did that, right? That is very good. So there are only 2 things that I want you to write from that point. I want you to write on the MTP. MTP, I want you to write page 37. You see page 37? And this is how you are going to do it.